right, thanks so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. This is the Rain song arranged for one guitar. We're going to play on an electric guitar. Look, I know it's kind of acoustic-y, electric-y, but we're going to try and cover both parts, because there's times where the electric guitar does stuff and the acoustic doesn't, and acoustic does stuff and the electric doesn't. But I've written an arrangement, or basically a chart, to try and cover everything. If you would like that chart, patreon.com/Simon Morell. Let's get straight into the tuning. Now the tuning is pretty weird. It's basically tuned to like a G sus4, as G sus2 chord rather. Sus4 chord, sorry, G sus4 chord. We start with a D, all right? Then we've got a G. Then we've got a C. Then we've got a G. Then we've got a C. And then we've got a D. All right, my lovely guitar has decided to stay in tune, which is always exciting. It's very cold outside, hot, cold, hot, cold. This little number doesn't like it. So starting off, you're going to put your third and fourth finger on the 7th fret, and on the fourth and second strings. I'll always call them the numbers of the strings. We'll talk about what chords they are, because that is kind of interesting, instead of put your finger here, which is, let's face it, you never learn anything, right? First chord, we've got a G5, so. Oh, it's already beautiful, isn't it? So just pull back slowly there. We've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, so 2 and 3 and 4. Then we're going to do exactly the same thing. Move your fingers down. Okay, so it's gone G5, G major 7. Now, what we're going to do here, we're going to move the same 2 fingers down. Now, the reason we were using these 2 fingers in the first place is in a second we're going to be using all of our fingers, 3rd, 4th finger, 2nd finger. So we've got 5, 4, 5. This chord is a G7. And then we're going to put our first finger down on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Right? And then we're going to go down a semitone. And then we're going to come back up. First finger goes flat across the 3rd fret. And this is a G minor 7. Okay? So, the first little section there. 3rd and 4th fingers, pull up. Down, up, down, up, down. G major 7, 6th fret. Down, up, down, up, down. Bass by itself. Down, up, down, up. And then switch that off just a second. All right, then we are going to do that chord. It's going to ring over the 1, and we're going to play 2 and 3. And then twice on the 5th string, which is now a G. Okay, so. It's so awesome. All right, so that last thing. Now, here in bar 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we're going to go, there's a bit of that in between it. It's just because he's moving his hand, right? It's not like, oh, I'm going to hit those open strings kind of situation. It's just the nature of the strumming is this kind of down, up, lazy, kind of chilled sort of situation. So that you get that down, up, down, up, down, back we go, down, up, down, bass. Get to the next section. We're going to do the same thing with our fingers, right? We're going to pick up. So we're going to get this 11s, 9s, 12s, 11s. Okay, so down to 4. Now, when we come up to 9, you kind of keep your fingers on a little bit to get a bit of a slide. So we're going to get this. And put your index finger on the 8th fret of the 5th string. Okay? You get that lovely, oh, so beautiful, E flat major 7. All right, so those chords, and then we can go down, G sus2, G sus4, G, down to the 4th fret, which is basically like an E minor with a G bass. And then that slides to 9, and you put your index finger on, and that's an E flat major 7. So, right, and then we do that again. Okay, so nice. Okay, and then we enter the verse by playing what looks like kind of like a, maybe you play F down here like that. Looks like that, except we've got 12, 11, 10 on the 4 strings there, and we're going to go, okay, just a semitone down, right? Okay, so down, up, something that looks a bit like an A minor, but in the wrong place. Okay, so that's a G minor 9. So we've got G9, minor. Now, keep your second finger here on this on the 4th string, on the C string, and you're going to go 5, 5, 5, right? So 5, 5, right? And you're going to come up, right? You're going to do like this. All right. So you get this 5, and then, okay. So down, up, down, up, down. Thing looks like an A minor. Down, up, down, up, down. Right? And then we're going to hit open 4. G minor 9. Right? Or that. You put that in there instead, right? 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4. Sometimes. What I did there was just, and then 9, hammer pull off, 9, 12, 9. Okay, cool. That takes us to the next section here, where this is probably technically the trickiest bit. We're going to do this thing that goes. Okay, so what you can hear there is that in the bass we're going up a semitone each time, right? 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4. Right? Now, that's kind of what the acoustic guitar part, but then the electric guitar comes and plays that. So here we can actually combine the two parts, right? Because you've got to have that bit. Now, what it really is a bit like an intervallic, which is just a fancy guitar teacher term for like a little exercise that skips notes in a scale, right? So you can hear like na 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 na, right? Do you know what I mean? So we're going to go 2 4, then open 2, 4 on the 4th string, open, and then land on 2. So this bit is going to be important. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now I would highly recommend that you just practice this bit. Just get. Don't try maybe to do the whole thing at the beginning. Just get that first, right? So, and then. Right, and then add a bit more each time. always trying to go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, okay? So how that works with the chords is you play this thing that looks a bit like an A, right? You're gonna, it's basically G sus2, so we've got, right? And then, right? So, then you put your second finger, funky, right? And then same thing again, and then 4 and 2, 2, 2, same riff, and then 5 and 2, and then pick back from the second fret on the high string, right? Beautiful, so neat. Okay, and then what we're going to do here in the first, third and fourth times around the tune, we're going to play this thing that goes like this. Right? So 4, 4 and 5. So we get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, let's see how that works. So we've got 4 and 5, like I said. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, right? Then hold that. So you've got and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And then, right? So all I'm doing there is lifting my pinky, right? My first finger is barring. So 4, 2, 2, 2, 4. Right? So we've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And then what we're going to do is that. This is a bit, always thought, when I heard it when I was a kid, thought, oh, this is going to be impossible. Actually, it's pretty straightforward. So we're going to put our first finger on the second fret of the A, 5th string. That was a mouthful, wasn't it, for one finger? And then we're going to go, right? So, okay, so the second time with one less note, and then you basically play that thing that looks like an A, which was the G sus2. Okay, so that section. So awesome, seriously. Okay, now, from there, we head back into the beginning of the tune. We get all the way through all the bits we just played again. But the second time in that chorus, we get the, right? And then you basically get into the part that was, but it's slightly elongated, right? So we're going to do 5 and 4. Here's the bit. And then that. Okay, so let's just check that out. So we've got 5 and 4, like I said before, so that second time ending. We've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 back up. Now, 7 5s. Just here, right? Same kind of thing. Back down, 4 and 5s. And then back into our sort of super famous riff. Right. Then, so here we are on the bridge. Just a little note on the sound. I've got a bit of overdrive. Just as a note though, don't always go crazy on the driver, just a little bit. And if you've got your amp, you've got a tube amp that's already kind of going a little bit, it just pushes it a little bit further over the edge. So you can just get that kind of thing. I've also changed to the bridge pickup. All right, so I've got 1, 2, So I basically played 0 and 2 on the 5 and 4. Right? So 7 and 7. And then okay. And then we're going to go okay, right. This is also a bit tricky because it's quite quick. So we've got right. So all together you get that. Okay, that is line 1. Line 2. Let me just put the chart in front of me so I don't have to look away from the camera too much. And we've got now this is an F5 instead. Then same. Okay, and then the same thing. Now this time bends a 3 semitone, quarter of a tone, and then same riff, and then switch it off. Right? And then you come back into this section. Okay, I hope that was clear enough. Maybe I'll just run each of those riffs as 4 basically once over again. I'll just leave it as we are. So we've got okay. Then it loops all the way around and plays exactly like the very first time actually that we did. So that first, third and fourth time ending. All right, that basically loops around and around and around and around, does that a whole bunch of times. Eventually you'll have DSL coda, all right? And you'll be told when to go where, right? Now, so you get that at the end. And then we have this outro section. Right? Let's learn that. So what we're going to do is we actually slide into the chord here so that you get this. Right? There's our bass. Okay, so it's just a G. And then we're going to go. Okay, now F with the G bass. 7. 7 on the G string there, the third string. Right, so alright, that's important obviously. Okay, a bit like the bit we had before. 4, yeah, and then up to 705. Right, and then we switch around again, 8, 7, 7, 7, 8, and then 10, 8, 8, 8, 10, and then, and I'm hitting just 12 on the high number 1 string, right? Okay. Then we've got the kind of beautiful discordant bit. So it just sounds hard, but it's actually just going to need these guys here, right? So you've got, right, so that is string wise, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2. And then we're going to do this little thing. So I often just do a bit of a pick hiding situation. I'm going to tuck it underneath here. And then we're going to, with your thumb, you're going to pinch the 4th string. You're going to play that 1, 2, 3 like that with your pinky on the top. So the frets, I actually have a 7, 6, and 7. And I'm going to go. Okay, so. And then same thing, almost. Except I catch the 2nd string as the last note in that riff. So we had. Right, and then. Okay, same kind of thing except semiquavers. So we've got 1 E and a 2 E and a, and then 5 and 5 on the 5 and 2 strings. We just walk through that. Oh my God, so many awesome moments. So you get that. And that is how you play the Rain Song by Led Zeppelin. Could this be the most epic lesson here on YouTube that I've ever done? Quite possibly. Thanks so much for watching. If you do want the chart, go to patreon.com/Simon Morell. I do really appreciate all the support I get over there. Thanks so much for watching. Do subscribe for a whole bunch of more lessons like this one. See you next time. I can barely talk anymore. Bye for now. Ciao.